how do you overcome in your work with your in the Tenderloin or in the Baby Use Hunters Point, right, to deal with the lack of trust that lingers within the Black community in San Francisco?
Well, it's a heavy lift because we're talking about, frankly, centuries of disappointment from government and officials in the Black community. But I think a good start is the amount of outreach investment that was made in the census this round, specifically in community-based organizations that have trust within each specific community. And that's just not the Black community, across the board. Democratic clubs and other avenues of that sort are very crucial in educating populations that are not engaged on how the processes that inform our legislation works.
People in the Tenderloin, we're a very unique community. A lot of us are ex-offenders, including myself, who've been lied to. We've had the DAs say, well, just cop out to this and you can go home today, not knowing that was cop out's going to last you for the rest of your life. So we're real bitter against society. The man, as we say, I mean, you younger folks don't use that term, but older folks like me, we use the term the man. The man is the police, the fire department, the mayor, the president, everyone. All of you all are the man. I don't necessarily mean you're not the man. You're an exception. But most of you guys are the man. So we do not trust the man. Haven't, don't, and never will, because of inequities that the man has done. So laterally, I'm working on the testing sites for African Americans in the Tenderloin and working with the Fillmore. And it's a big thing. We need to explain to people why. Why are you doing this? Why do I need to answer all these questions? With that mistrust in them, it's a hard battle, man. I mean, but we have to be patient, deal with one person at a time. If it takes me 30 minutes to explain to a brother or sister or Latina why they need to fill out these forms and do this census, I'll give them 30 minutes, because maybe that's one more that we can add to the numbers. One is as important as anyone else.
I mean, the census would not be a successful operation without groups like Code Tenderloin and Imprint City helping us out. You know, the census is a federal operation, and the Census Bureau, sometimes it feels as though they don't even want to make sure that everyone gets counted, right? So it's been a big lift on the part of the state. It's been a big lift on the part of the city. But I think that most importantly, it's been a big lift on the part of some of those trusted messengers who are in the community, doing the work like Dell was saying, doing the work like Tyra was saying, in trying to communicate to people who they already know and interact with how important it is to get counted in the census. OSEA, the city department that I work for, gave out a couple $1 million in grants to over 30 nonprofit groups around San Francisco, including the A. Philip Randolph Institute, including Code Tenderloin, because we know that it has to be a grassroots campaign in order to make sure that the people who have the most distrust in government, who have the least feelings of goodwill towards this administration and this process called the census, to make sure that they want to participate. So I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, you know, I'm just some guy who works for the government. I'm the man. And so trying to make sure that the people who are doing the outreach are able to kind of cut through in a way that I can't.